Welcome, welcome all. My name is Matt, and I'm the Director of Community Life here at Sanctuary Boston, and it's so good to be with you all, connecting from all over the place and still joining here together in this space, this online space, this space made holy by your presence. Just a few logistics as we're getting started this evening. We're going to start with some gathering music, and this is a great time to grab a candle or a glass of water or tea or an extra pillow, whatever might make your physical space a little more comfortable, a little more sacred, a little more restful. As we get into worship, we invite you to sing along with all of our music this evening and make some noise. You can drum along or play along if you've got an instrument. The words to all of our songs are in our program, which we're sharing in the chat, and they'll also be pasted in the chat as well. And the chat box is a key part of our worship here as an online community, so we invite you to hang out there to share your greetings, your responses, whatever in this worship gathering is resonating for you. And so with that, we'll get started with this song, More Waters Rising, by a total badass musician and organizer and historian, Sarah Lynch Thomason, who specializes in the history of folk music and labor music in particular, which I think is a beautiful thing to note on this Labor Day week. And I love that this song speaks not only to the crises of our time, but also encourages us to face them directly and to move forward to address them together. So for me, it's a song of both mourning and a song of hope. I invite you to sing along. It goes like this. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more waters rising, they will find their way to me. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. There are more fires burning, they will find their way to me. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. There are more mountains falling, they will find their way to me. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. I will wade through the waters when they find their way to me. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. I will walk through the fire, this I know, this I know. I will walk through the fire, this I know. I will walk through the fires when they find their way to me. I will walk through the fires, this I know, this I know. I will walk through the fires, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains when they find their way to me. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more waters rising, they will find their way to me. There are more waters rising, this I know, This I know, there are more waters rising. This I know. I'll pass it over to Mark David.
Thanks, Matt. Here's another song. If you're lost and you're lonely, go and figure out why. Take a trip to your dark side. Go on and have a good cry. 'Cause we're all lonely. Yeah, we're all lonely together. I want to see your sadness. I want to share your sin. I want to be your blood, and I want to be let in. Don't we all just want to be together? Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. If your face is down, take a look around. Do your fingers move? Do your lungs inflate? Are you tired? Are you weary of the hidden hate you've been holding? Hey, did you lose that love, or have you never had it? Are you feeling sad 'cause you did a bad thing? Hey, what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. Are you feeling fearful, darling? Are you feeling fearful, family? The only way to lose that fearful feeling, replace it with love that's healing. Are you feeling fearful, darling? Are you feeling fearful, family? What's heavy behind? Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind.
In the Unitarian Universalist tradition, we mark this time together as sacred by lighting a chalice. As you're joining us, feel free to light a candle or chalice, or just take a few deep breaths to be present with yourself and one another. Our chalice lighting this evening comes from us from Summer El-Bayati.
Verily, with hardship comes ease. Quran, Surah 94, verses 5 and 6. A person holds open a Quran in their hands, with beautiful calligraphy visible, as they sit on a green rug. Lighting this chalice may feel difficult today. This symbol of justice, known to be a light of hope for the marginalized, a message of sanctuary for the oppressed, a flame that feels lost or diminished somehow.
How do we rekindle this fire of compassion? How do we rekindle this fire of mercy? A famous verse within the Quran tells us that with hardship comes ease. With hardship comes ease.
We welcome the ease, O God of justice.
We welcome the ease, O Spirit of love.
We welcome the ease and rekindle this flame from our tears, our quiet suffering, from our collective prayers for those who cry for freedom.
We welcome the ease and rekindle this flame on behalf of those who feel abandoned and betrayed. We welcome the ease and rekindle this flame for all of the children who ask, why can we not live in peace as other children do?
May lighting this chalice today, no matter how difficult it may feel,
help us to rekindle compassion and mercy within the deep crevices of our hearts.
so that we can,
once again,
bring justice and hope to a world
struggling to find its humanity,
struggling to find its soul.
Thank you, John and Maya, for reading our chalice lighting words. Welcome all to Sanctuary Boston, a community of vibrant worship and real connection. We are grounded in Unitarian Universalism and open to seekers of all kinds. At Sanctuary, we believe that you can have spirituality without the church, and you can have religion without hierarchy, and you can have love beyond belief. We believe trans people are holy and marriage equality is sacred, that Black Lives Matter is a spiritual mandate, and we believe that our immigrant neighbors deserve love and respect. My name is Matt, and I'm the Director of Community Life here at Sanctuary Boston. As we're just kicking off our, I think our 14th year together as a community, we're kind of newly teenagers. So please, we invite you this evening to be in this space however your spirit needs. For some of you, that might mean dancing all around the room and singing along or drumming along or getting out your instruments to play along with the music. It might mean getting active in the chat and saying hello to folks and sending some messages to connect. It might mean making funny faces or cooking dinner and eating or resting and lying down and just listening or any or none of the above. We are happy you're here and you are the reason we're here together. So take good care of yourselves. Tonight, Mark David will be leading us in singing. Mark David, who had lost his voice for so long this summer and is again singing us and leading us in song. What a gift. And we're also so glad to have one of our community members, Reverend Susan, sharing a message and a reflection this evening. We're also going to take some time for candle lighting and grounding and prayer. We're going to take up an offering for an important cause. And so we invite you to take good care of yourselves and each other as we enter into this space. And note that we are recording, so if you'd rather not have your face shared on YouTube later, you can always turn your camera off. But we do love to see the different ways people are engaging, connecting. So if you're up for it, you can leave your cameras on and leave your screen in gallery view. With that, I want to turn it over to our small group coordinating team. We are just kicking off our small groups for the fall. We're offering 6 different small groups, each of which will meet 6 or 7 times throughout the fall. And our coordinating team has been hard at work pulling it all together and making it happen. So I'm going to have them read our words of welcome and invite you all to read along.
It's our practice to welcome each other into this space by reading these words of welcome. So I invite you to join us in reading whichever of them resonate for you.
Whether you go to church on Sunday morning,
or light candles on Friday nights,
Whether you've been hurt by religion,
saved by it,
or some of both,
whether you're brand new to spiritual community,
or a seasoned seeker,
whoever you are, whatever you are,
wherever you are on your journey,
we welcome,
we welcome you.
Now let's continue our practice of welcoming by saying hello to an old friend or a not yet friend and sharing your greetings in the chat box.
So good to see so many folks connecting in the chat. As I said, we invite you to continue chatting and connecting there, saying hello to folks. I want to introduce the person who's giving our special #sanctuary moment this evening, because this is such a real joy and a real special introduction here. Sanctuary Boston is kind of a surprise in a lot of ways. We're trying to do something in Unitarian Universalist denomination that hasn't quite been done before. We're experimenting with worship. We're experimenting with different ways of creating community. We don't have a building. We have 2 different host churches that support us. But perhaps one of the surprisingest things in all of my time in this community is that this year, John Newhall is going to be our ministerial intern for the next 2 years. Yay! This is wild because Sanctuary, for the first time, is going to have a ministerial intern, even though we've never, well, at least not in a long time, actually had a minister leading our community. But we do have a ministerial intern now. So John, I'm going to pass it over to you, and we'll just invite you to introduce yourself a bit. And while we all make some big waving hands and some heart emojis and all those things to welcome you to this place.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Newhall, your shared ministerial intern. Will be quarter time with you all and quarter time at First Church in Boston. I'm so excited to be joining the Sanctuary community in this role. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. I'm a lifelong UU from Salem, Massachusetts. I started coming to Sanctuary when I was in high school over 10 years ago. High school was a difficult time for me, as it is for many high schoolers. And I found in Sanctuary a community that opened its hearts to me. It was the first time I felt truly spiritually connected to a sacred community. Even though I grew up in a Unitarian Universalist church, Sanctuary was something different. It was something new. And while I drifted away from Sanctuary during college and graduate school, it remains for me a transformative space. As your ministerial intern, I'm looking forward to reconnecting with Sanctuary, not only because of my past experience, my past connections, but the Sanctuary community brings forward so much of what we need from faith communities: community care, spiritual depth, and empowering energy in a way that I haven't experienced anywhere else. So I'm so grateful to you all for welcoming me into this space with you, and I'm excited for this journey together.
Welcome back, John. Welcome home. We're going to sing another song. It's another Brandi Carlile song because they're all really good. I'm actually not sure if we've ever done this one at Sanctuary. The first time I ever did it was in the midst of the pandemic, and when a lot of us were feeling really lost. And that's something Susan's going to be talking about a little bit. And I think this song does a good job of holding that feeling of feeling lost, but also acknowledging the love that surrounds us. When the fire inside that burns so bright begins to grow faded, it can be hard to see the ground on which you stand. Though you may not be afraid of walking in the darkness, you will feel like a stranger in this land. You can try to carve a faith out of your own, but a broken spirit may dry out the bone, and the edges of the night may cause you sorrow. You know I may not be around this time tomorrow, but I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. When the hope that you hold tightly to is all but vanished, and there are no words of comfort to be found, you will know what it means to be lost and without love. May you fight to kill that deafening sound. But our holy dreams of yesterday aren't gone. They still haunt us like the ghost of Babylon. And the breaking of the day might bring you sorrow. You know I may not be around this time tomorrow, but I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. You can try to carve a faith out of your own, but a broken spirit may dry out the bone, and the edges of the night may cause you sorrow. You know I may not be around this time tomorrow, but our holy dreams of yesterday aren't gone. They still haunt us like the ghost of Babylon. And the breaking of the day might bring you sorrow. You know I may not be around this time tomorrow, but I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you.
Wow. Wow. Thanks, Mark David. That was just exactly wonderful and perfect for tonight. Great to be here with all of you. I'm curious if you have a family story like I do. It could be with your chosen family or your real family or close friends. A funny story that you can text 1 or 2 words to the people in your group and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. One of our family stories is about my father and how he sometimes would lose something. He couldn't find it and he would search and search and search. Sometimes this would just go on for a day. Sometimes it would go over several days. Some of the jokes that we had when we watched our father search for that receipt or that favorite pen or sometimes his slippers, where we would find him looking in the oddest places. One day, my sister walked in on him opening the china cabinet, pulling out the silver chest and looking in it to see if his beloved slipper might just have gotten put in there. Another time we walked into the kitchen and my father had all of the trash strewn across the floor in the kitchen, searching for that one receipt that he really needed to find and turn in to be reimbursed. So sometimes we'll write to each other, have you checked the silver chest? Or, is it one of those days where you just want to pour all the trash out and look around? Those moments that we feel lost, where something we have lost is just bothering us. It gets under our skin. It's funny to have decided to preach on this just this week because several times this week I have lost things and had that feeling in my body of unsettledness, confusion, panic, anger, sometimes even shame. I'm curious, how do you feel when you've lost something? Where do you feel it in your body? Sometimes we can feel trapped by this feeling, so much so that we lose ourselves in the lostness. I've been thinking this week about 2 stories that were so important to me as a child about losing things. 2 parables that are in the Greek Testament and the Gospel of Luke. One, the lost coin, and one, the lost sheep. The lost coin is a story of a woman who had 10 coins and she lost one of them and she searched and searched and cleaned and searched until she found that lost coin. And then she gathered her friends together to celebrate. The other one is about a shepherd who had 100 sheep and then one went missing. And he left the 99 to go searching for that one sheep that was missing. And then he called all of his friends together to celebrate in the finding of that lost sheep. A communal celebration. I think that these parables are to remind us that we're not alone in this experience of feeling lost, of desperately searching, of wondering if we're ever going to find it. And they use these stories as a model for how much their God loved them and was going to come for them and then celebrate. I'm curious, beyond just losing things, if you have ever felt lost yourself. I've been reflecting on that feeling of lostness in this time, reflecting back to a time in my life where my baby was little, where I was just starting out in a congregation in the North Shore. I thought I knew everything and was going to be able to run circles around ministry and create new ways of being together. And I'm sure I did some of that. But honestly, I myself was not in a healthy relationship. I myself did not even know what I believed anymore. And it was so hard to stand up in front of a group of people in that lost space. I felt so alone. I didn't even really know how to articulate it, and I felt like a wanderer. Miraculously, eventually, I wandered my way to working at the Unitarian Universalist Urban Ministry in Roxbury, and then wandered my way into Unitarian Universalist churches, into Sanctuary Boston. And I found other people that were fine with the questions, with my sense of lostness, with my doubts, my confusion about how to make my way forward as a minister who had experienced significant abuse and still felt led to serve. Sometimes, when we are lost or have lost something, we feel so alone. You may be feeling that right now, as the unraveling of democracy and the safety net of services, supports, even science, are being ripped away from us. But what I've been reflecting on this week is something different than the stories I told you of the parables and of my own life of feeling lost and being alone. I think the invitation for us is to welcome community in while we are lost, while we are angry, while we are a mess, while things feel fallen apart, while we do not know what we believe, while we are not sure of how to make it through the next day. Unlike the parables, unlike the story of my father searching all by himself, the opportunity for us now, today, in this lostness, is to not just wait for the celebration, not just wait for everything to get figured out, but to get down on our hands and knees in the lostness of our reality, of our understanding, and know that we are not alone. It's almost like when we lose ourselves and our sense of connection to others, something else gets lost. And in that lostness, the opportunity is to find our way back to one another. Not because we have it all figured out, not because it's fixed, not because even we have something to celebrate, but because in a very real way, we need one another. In January of this year, I was feeling that lostness again. I now serve in a Unitarian Universalist congregation south of the city. I've never seen a community that rose up for a particular presidential candidate that I did not favor. It was surprising to me to be in Massachusetts and to feel so very lost, so very alone, though not so much in my congregation. But in that time, and as I saw the rise of white Christian nationalism and all the hatred that was being directed at beloveds whom I care for, who I will go to the mat for, I found solace in a book written by Omar El-Khed, an Egyptian Canadian journalist and author. The title welcomed me in. One day, everyone will have been against this. His book shares an intimate and vulnerable story of his own experience of being a journalist and living in the Middle East and recognizing what was happening in Gaza had been a genocide for so many years. One of the quotes that stuck out for me and continues to resonate as I wrestle with the lostness I feel at this time. In fact, there is no terrible thing happening coming for you in some distant future, but know that a terrible thing is happening to you now. You are being asked to kill off a part of you that would otherwise scream in opposition to injustice. When I read El-Khed's words, or more specifically, when I listened to him read them, it felt like a wake-up call to me. The beliefs I still held about the salvageable goodness of this American empire underneath its desire for ultimate domination could hold no more. But I felt still lost. How could I let the people in my congregation into this feeling? I felt as though I was supposed to have all of the answers and make people just feel good. But I had to lose this perspective and to find my way to a new path of accepting my lost beliefs, my ideas about the country and about our world, and what spiritual community is for, even for the leaders. Letting people into this lostness as a minister, something I wasn't able to do 20 plus years ago, has been the greatest life gift and opportunity to bring community together in a space where I never imagined it could be. I invite you to imagine with me what it would be like for you to bring people together in the lostness, to know and recognize that when you show up for justice, it can feel like a small drop And in fact, you are joining a large stream that leads to a broad river that pours out into an ocean of connection, of rhythm, of the opportunity to see the crash of the waves and recognize you are not alone. We will come and swim with you right there. Amen, and blessed be.
Thank you so much, Susan, for that reflection. It is so nice to not be alone. I'm singing this song with Moira, and that's really nice. You are entering the world at the very worst of times, when the water has been ended and the lights are going out, and the unrepentant criminals and their celebrated crimes are the only things that anyone can bear to talk about. And you will come up in the ashes of a world that never was, that died before we had the chance to even cry its name. And though you'll only know the embers of everything we lost, you will be glad you came. You are a play within a play. You are a dream that's been forgotten. You are a memory of loss. You are a joyful prayer unspoken. You are a song in someone's heart. You are a melody forbidden. You are a spark of holy blood. You are a light that has been hidden. You are nothing more than everything you signed up for. When you were signing up for nothing less than everything. You are everything forevermore, and everything that's come before is no more than a metaphor for every song you bring. You are a blessing for the lonely on a gray and dismal day, for all the heretics and heathens who have gotten in the way of every crime that's been committed in the name of someone's God. When the bells begin their tolling, you are the one who strikes the rod. You are the heartbeat of a conscience that is desperate for air, that is gasping from the bottom of your ancestors' despair. You are the music she is making from the fires of your birth. When the angels start their singing, you are peace upon the earth. You are nothing more than everything you've signed up for. When you were signing up for nothing less than everything. You are everything forevermore, and everything that's come before is no more than a metaphor for every song you bring.
The world and all her ashes may sit heavy on your back. The ruins of our cities may find shelter in your heart. And you may feel the burden of the failures of the past. And you may try surrendering before you even start. But you are being forged within the belly of the beast. And you are stronger than the fiercest of his flames. And you will burn the brightest, and he will shine the least. And you will be glad you came. Yay, thanks, Wanda.
Hello, all. There are tears streaming down my face, and I could not ask for a better service in which to bring forward this offering ask for you all today. Sanctuary Boston has a practice of splitting our offering with a community organization or a cause that's close to our hearts. Pink Haven is a network of volunteers who help trans people here in the United States move from places that are politically hostile to places here like Massachusetts, where we're hoping that they can find some sanctuary. Our offering today is very special. It's not just going to Pink Haven, the organization. There is a family of 3 trans folks who are lovely, who have been brought through Pink Haven here to Massachusetts from Texas. They told me that the reason they had to leave Texas is because they wanted to renew their driver's licenses, and in that state, that would mean being put on a list. So they came here. And here in Massachusetts, they found a more welcoming community for trans people, but also an environment where it is impossible for them to afford housing on the government benefits that they now receive. So I'm asking everybody here to please give generously. All of the shared portion of the offering today will go towards helping these folks with moving costs, broker's fee, the overwhelming amount of money that you have to put up front to be able to live here in this city. So I hope that we can help these incredible community members find a home in the midst of being lost in the extremely painful environment that our government is putting us all through. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. If I don't lift her up, if I don't lift her up, if I don't lift her up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my brother up, he is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my brother up, he is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my brother up, he is not heavy. If I don't lift him up, if I don't lift him up, if I don't lift him up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my sibling up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sibling up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sibling up, they they are not heavy. If I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my neighbor up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my neighbor up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my neighbor up, they are not heavy. If I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my people up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my people up, they are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my people up, they are not heavy. If I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. If I don't lift her up, if I don't lift her up, if I don't lift her up, I will fall down.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
Beloveds, we arrived this evening bringing all of the joys and the sorrows of our complex lives with us. Some of us arrive here wrestling with difficult things. Some of us arrive here in community, but feeling lost or alone, feeling the pain of a broken world around us, and maybe even within us. Some of us arrive here this evening full of blessings, brimming with gratitudes. We're going to take some time to share our joys and our sorrows together. As we know, sorrows shared are burdens lightened, and joys shared in community are magnified. So first, we invite you to share any sorrows that you may be carrying in the chat box while we have a bit of music.
holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
We know that even in a world of too much violence, a world of too much inequality, a world of too little justice, there are still so many gratitudes that abound. You are bringing joy with you this evening. We invite you to share that joy now, or your gratitude, in the chat box.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
Beloveds, I invite you to join me in a spirit of prayer. Love that holds us, love that abounds around us and within us, love that arises between us. Be with us as we're with each other this evening, holding the all of it. Some of us gather here with our hearts broken. Too many headlines filled with violence and war and genocide. Too many stories of grief and loss. Too many stories in our own lives of loved ones battling sickness and ill health. Some chronic and some all too new. Some ongoing and some acute. Some of us are nervous for future visits to the hospital, and some of us are recovering from past visits. Love be with us as we pray for healing, as we pray for as much ease as we can find. Love be with us in the uncertainty. We pray for courage to find a way forward even when we're lost, to find some sense of direction when we don't know where to go, to find a hand to hold when we're feeling too alone. Love, be with us as we are with each other, even in the loss, even in the grief. Be with us in the reaching out, even when we feel alone, even when we feel isolated. Love, thank you for the preaching and the songs and the harmonies that give us courage when we need it the most. Thank you for the deep breaths, for this moments of stillness that offer us some rest and renewal when we need it the most. And thank you for joining us in the celebrations, to be with us as we are with each other also in the gratitudes. In the celebrations for little ones starting their first day of a new grade, for connections and reconnections with friends and family, for finding a way to make a difference even when it feels too small. Love, be with us in all of it. Be with us as we are with each other. In grief as well as gratitude, in sorrow as well as celebration. Amen.
Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary
May you go from this time with the full knowledge you are never lost alone. You do not even need to search alone. May we remember to scream and cry, rage and sing together. And may our harmonies help us in imagining a shared future that embraces us, emboldens our quest for justice, and keep inviting everybody in. So may it be.
You can hold my hands when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. If you can hold my hand when you need to let go. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world Here and now we're able, and bring us back together when the day's done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds, plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world. Here and now we're able, and bring us back together when the day is done. The door is always open, your picture's on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world. Here and now we're able, and bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for that, Mark. David, what a beautiful end to this gathering. Thank you, Susan, again for your message. Thank you, thank you. What a gift. One that I needed, and I know many of us did this evening.